Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol BCRX for BioCryst Pharma. On the left-hand side, we have the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame. First things first, this will, of course, be an update. In the last video we did from Friday, we talked about two very important numbers. Firstly, we had 1250 and then 13, roughly, the nice round number. Now, why was that important? Because generally speaking, as we mentioned, you can go back and watch the video, it's very rare that you make a 100% retracement and then just immediately continue on through those lows that you've retraced to. So we were looking for a dead cat bounce, obviously not to the magnitude of what we saw today, but if you were looking for longs, we mentioned in the last video that the only way to get long on this stock would be if we could take out that 13 level and then maybe rotate to the top end of the range. And it did happen sooner than expected, and it's largely due to the catalyst that we had today in this name dealing with revenues, right? So that's kind of what unfolded on today's session. There was a long opportunity up and over this 13 level. I mean, even if you waited and we're more patient, waited for the pullback up here closer to 14, the top of the daily range up here. I mean, the fact that it held this beautifully and then made an afternoon run is also fairly promising. I don't want to be overly bullish because I don't want you to forget that if we scrunch up the daily time frame chart, the most recent trend is in fact down. And if we cannot get up above this level, which I'm about to map out here, close to 1565, then technically speaking, we do still have lower highs, right? If this were to turn around and just fall apart tomorrow back inside of the range under 14, again, don't forget that the daily downtrend will still be in effect. If it's going to change trend, we do need to take that level out at 1565. That's why it's such an important level to the upside. So that would be on your radar if we get continuation. Let's take a closer look at the 30-minute with our Fibonacci's just to see where healthy pullback levels are. We're going to come in from the low to the high of the first move. Again, here's your healthy pullback. Never even came close to the 38.2. We know that's a huge sign of strength from the buyers. This time we'll come in from the low of day. If we could get a click, thank you, all the way on up to the high of day. And again, this is, no one could have told us this in advance, right? But you can see the pullback is respecting the 38.2 here. So from a structural and 38.2, aka fib perspective, that's the level to be watching out for. 1385. So give this a little bit of wiggle room if the pullback is a bit more aggressive than we would have liked to see at the 14 level. So let's talk about scenarios now. We're going to wrap it up with this. So scenario number one would just be continuation. You're looking for that 1565. Scenario number two would be a pullback that holds either 14, so something like this, right? 14 or 1383. We bounce off of it. We confirm the top of the daily range as support now that we've broken it, right? That's a basic break retest. Be on the lookout for hammer candles down here, and then we bounce higher out of it. A cross back up through that high does take us higher, should take us higher, closer to 1565, and a failure to hold this area simply puts into play a look above and fail. The target should be the bottom end of the range at 1150. That's what I'm seeing inside of BioCryst. If you enjoyed the video today or learned anything new, let me know in the comments section or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked in the description, and all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.